Most people who try to build a product with an AI coding agent hit the same wall. You open Claude Code or Codex, or whatever agent you like. You type a big prompt and it just starts writing. No questions, no pushback. It assumes it understood you perfectly, and then it dumps 2,000 lines of code that kind of works but is full of bad decisions you didn't ask for. The agent never told you the idea was weak. It never told you the architecture was going to break. It never checked the security. It just did the thing, and now you're stuck cleaning up a mess that looks finished but isn't. That gap between an agent that types code and an agent that actually thinks like a team is the whole reason gstack exists. Gstack comes from Garry Tan. He's the president and CEO of Y Combinator, which is the startup accelerator behind companies like Coinbase, Instacart, and Airbnb. Before running YC, he was one of the early engineers and designers at Palantir, and he co-founded a company called Posterous that got bought by Twitter. So this isn't some random weekend project. This is a guy who has watched thousands of startups get built from nothing, and he spent 20 years building products himself. What he put on GitHub is his actual personal setup, the exact tools he uses every day to ship. And it's completely free, MIT licensed, no paid tier, no waitlist. The reason he built it ties into something Andrej Karpathy said that kind of shook a lot of developers. Karpathy, who co-founded OpenAI, went on the No Priors podcast earlier this year and said he hasn't typed a line of code since December, with AI agents now handling around 80% of what he used to write himself. And he described the whole thing as feeling like a state of psychosis, just trying to keep up with how fast the tools were moving. When Garry heard that, the question he asked himself was simple. How does one person ship like a team of 20? How is that even possible now? Gstack is basically his answer to that question. His claim is that in a recent 2-month stretch, he shipped 3 production services and over 40 features part-time, while running YC full-time. Here's what it really is in plain terms. Gstack turns your coding agent into a full virtual company. Instead of one assistant that does everything badly, you get a set of specialists. There's a CEO role that questions whether your idea is even worth building. There's an engineering manager that locks down the architecture before a single file gets written. There's a designer that catches what they literally call AI slop, meaning that generic, soulless look you get by default. There's a reviewer that hunts for the bugs that sneak past testing and blow up in production. There's a QA lead that opens a real browser and clicks through your app like an actual user. There's a security officer that runs proper threat models. And there's a release engineer that ships the whole thing as a clean pull request. It's 23 of these tools, plus a handful of power tools, and every single one is just a / command written in plain markdown. Nothing fancy under the hood. Before I continue, let me introduce CodeSnif, a security-first pull request code review platform. You open a pull request, and CodeSnif scans it through 9 deep analysis steps to give you a complete review before you merge. Actually, writing code these days is easier than ever, thanks to AI. But with that speed comes a new kind of risk: security threats, hidden bugs, and code you don't fully understand shipping straight to production. I connect my GitHub account, grant CodeSnif access to my repo, and with just one click, I generate a full analysis of my project. I instantly get a clear summary of my codebase, my tech stack, and the complexity hotspots I need to watch. Then the dependency graph gives me a visual map of how everything connects, so I can spot risky areas in seconds. When a pull request is created, CodeSnif automatically analyzes it and hands me a full review, an overview, the risk level, merge advice, and clear warnings about any breaking changes. I can dive into a complete walkthrough, see the highlights, the concerns, and detailed testing notes. CodeSnif runs every PR against industry-standard testing pipelines, helping you catch issues before they reach production. So if you're serious about shipping safer code and you want to stop merging code you don't fully understand, give it a try. Link in the description below. The key idea is that it's not a pile of random tools. It's a process. The skills run in the order a real sprint runs. Think, then plan, then build, then review, then test, then ship, then reflect. And each step feeds the next one. The office hours skill writes a design document, and the CEO review reads that same document. The engineering review writes a test plan, and the QA step picks it up later. The review step catches bugs, and the ship step verifies those bugs actually got fixed before it opens the pull request. Nothing falls through the cracks because every stage knows what came before it. That's the part most people miss when they try to vibe code a whole app in one prompt. See the real example here that shows the difference perfectly. User types in that he wants to build a daily briefing app for their calendar. Normally, an agent would just start building a calendar app. But when they run the office hours skill, the agent pushes back. It says, actually, what you just described isn't a briefing app. It's a personal chief of staff. It pulls out 5 capabilities the person didn't even realize they were asking for. It challenges 4 of their assumptions. It gives 3 different ways to build it with effort estimates. And then it recommends shipping the smallest useful version first instead of the 3-month dream version. That's the whole point. The agent listened to the pain, not the feature request. 8 commands later, the thing is planned, built, reviewed, tested in a real browser, and shipped as a pull request. All right, let me actually install this and build something, because that's where it clicks. Now, most of the buzz around gstack is on Claude Code, and that's the main path Garry designed it for. But it works on 10 different agents, and I want to show it running on OpenCode, which is the open-source terminal agent a lot of people use because it's model agnostic. So here's the thing about OpenCode. You install gstack the same way underneath, but you point the setup at the OpenCode host. You clone the repo and then run the setup script with the host flag set to OpenCode. What that does is drop all the gstack skills into your OpenCode config folder, specifically the skills directory under your OpenCode config. Once that's done, the skills live right there and OpenCode can call them. So let me build a small scheduling app, something like a lightweight Calendly clone where people can book a time slot with you. First thing I do inside OpenCode is run the office hours skill, and just like in that example, it doesn't let me run off and build. It starts interrogating me. It asks who's actually going to use this, what's broken about the tools that already exist, why would anyone pick mine? It forces me to narrow the thing down before I waste time. Then I run the engineering review skill. This one flips OpenCode into engineer mode. It asks me what stack I want. It lays out the data flow, it draws out the page structure and the database schema, and it writes all of that into a markdown file it can reference forever. For a booking app, it's going to think through things like time zones, double bookings, what happens when 2 people grab the same slot at once, the stuff that always bites you later. After the plan is locked, I tell it to build, and it works through the to-do list it created for itself. Then the landing page comes out looking pretty plain, honestly, so I run the design review skill. It literally rates the design on a scale and tells me why it's a 2 out of 10. Then it walks me through choices and rebuilds it into something that looks intentional. Then I run the review skill, and this is the one that saves you. It scanned my changes and flagged real problems, things like a database permission that would let the wrong user see data and an edge case in the booking flow that would silently fail. It asked me which fixes I wanted before anything got pushed. I picked the critical ones, it patched them, and only then did I run the ship skill, which runs the tests and opens the pull request for me to merge. Every one of those steps ran inside OpenCode. Now here's the difference, and this is the part worth sitting with. Without gstack, you'd have skipped straight from idea to code. Nobody would have questioned whether the app made sense. Nobody would have designed the schema before building on top of it. That permission bug and that booking edge case would have shipped straight to your users, and you'd find out when someone complained. The value isn't that gstack writes better code. It's that it refuses to let you skip the boring steps that professionals never skip. It puts guardrails on the whole thing so the agent can move fast without doing something destructive. Quick note on the other agents, since not everyone uses OpenCode. If you're on Claude Code, it's the simplest path. You just paste one install command and it sets everything up. For OpenAI Codex, Cursor, or Hermes, it's the same clone and setup. You just swap the host flag to Codex, Cursor, or Hermes, and the skills land in that agent's own folder. The setup script even auto-detects which agents you already have installed, so most of the time you don't have to think about it. That's gstack. It's a free process that turns your agent from a code typer into an actual team, and it runs pretty much anywhere. Go clone it, try the office hours skill on whatever you're building next, and see how fast it starts questioning you. If this was useful, let me know, and I'll go deeper on the individual skills next time.